Welcome to Valley Times. Joe Soto here. My next guest is Mayra Dagio from Unidos Tax and Immigration Services.
That's right.
Thank you for being on my show.
Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, I'm so excited to have Mayra here today because she's really got a lot of information that can help a lot of people in business or in your personal lives as well. But what I want to talk to you about first, Mayra, is your tax services, right? Because, you know, there's a lot of small and medium-sized businesses out there that want to take that monster on, right?
Right.
Could you tell me, first of all, why did you, what moved you to want to be a public accountant?
Well, the reason why I decided to do taxes is because I love math. I love dealing with numbers, and I also have a passion for helping people. And I actually have a banking background. I used to work for banks for many years, and I decided to go on my own for the reason that I want to spend more time with my family, which, I mean, it's important for all of us, you know. So, and I said, hey, why not, do taxes and help people financially, and also I also do bookkeeping, so I can also help them.
Very important.
Yeah, customers grow their businesses as well. So yeah.
Well, great. Math, I wish I could say that was one of my strengths, but my wife helps me out with my math from time to time. Well, most of the time, to be truthful. But let me ask you, what are some of the questions that you get from businesses, small, mom and pop, when it comes to the taxes and handling bookkeeping? What would you say would be one of the main questions they would be asking you about?
Well, it's not really questions. They just really want to be able to save money and also be able to grow their business. So those are my two focuses, to be able to help them save the most money, and also the people, when we're not talking about businesses, when we talk about just individuals, then I focus on how can I give them the most tax credit. So
okay, because it's all about management, right? Because what do they say? They say that new businesses, 80% of new businesses fail within the first 5 years because of poor money management.
Exactly, and I'm here to help them with that.
Right. What's probably one of the biggest reasons is because they're not ahead of the trend. The laws are always changing when it comes to taxes, right? So, how are you able to help, let's say, small businesses where because sometimes it gets out of hand, right? I mean, they're trying to do so much. I mean, businesses owners they're doing what they love, and I don't think that bookkeeping is, I'm not trying to offend you or anything, okay, but it can be kind of boring, isn't it?
Well, to me, I love dealing with numbers.
It.
Yeah, and I mean, the reason why a lot of businesses sometimes they don't make it, after 5 years is because a lot of the times too, they think, okay, investing a lot of money is important, and sometimes they invest more than what they're supposed to. It's kind of like taking baby steps to be able to get there. And that's why I'm here, to help them with that.
Oh, okay. So do you also work as a consultant for them? Can they Can they ask you before they want to lease or sell?
Exactly. Yeah. And I can always advise them what's best for their business at that moment.
Yeah, because it's sometimes when you're talking about management, sometimes it's really important to stay ahead of it all, right? But when you're trying to run a business, something that you love, it can get out of control. But you know what, Mayra? You have another service, immigration services, and I really want to talk about that. I mean, taxes is important, but a story that you were sharing with me off camera was about the story about your husband that you're helping him with his immigration situation. Could you?
Yeah. The reason why I started doing immigration is because I'm actually petitioning for my husband, and And I mean, it's not an easy process. So I said, hey, I'm learning all this and the steps and all that. So I started, taking courses and stuff like that to learn more about immigration to help myself. And I said, hey, I can help other people. I want to help my community so they can be here legally and they don't have to deal with having to get deported or anything like that. So, I mean, it's a passion for me. I love helping people. So that's why I decided to do immigration.
And how's that going? Is he getting closer to?
Yes, we're in the final step, and we're very excited about that. Yes.
Wow, is he excited about it
yeah,
as well?
Definitely.
Because you know what, it just breaks my heart when you see situations where families, have been deported.
Yeah.
And then now, the children that were born on this side, they have to go and visit their parents, and there's this wall that's there, like the one that's by the ocean there.
Yeah.
And I just saw a documentary on it, and I just thought, my goodness, that
it's
what
terrible.
can we do to better that situation?
Yeah.
Obviously, we understand that immigration is it's complicated, but the best way to go is to go through the process of getting here, and that could be kind of costly, right? Especially when you have people that are wanting to come over.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not always just the difficult part about having to leave the country. A lot of the times, there's a lot of immigrants that suffer here, like with their employers. A lot of them don't give them the benefits that they should be getting and stuff like that. So, I want to be able to help them to get that permit to be able to work here legally.
So they're abused, aren't they?
Exactly.
Right, because they know that if they don't like it, who are they going to complain to?
Right.
And I know that also, when they find Social Security, under someone else's name that they don't have to pay any taxes on. I mean, it's such a long story.
Right.
That I mean, we're going to need another show to cover that. But I want to make sure that you come back. Would you come back and maybe we could talk more about
Yes,
that?
definitely.
Because it's something that's very sensitive.
Yeah.
It's something that it's here in my heart because yo soy mexicano también, And you want to say something to the Spanish-speaking people and how they can get a hold of you?
Me pueden llamar al 559-697-6330 o me pueden buscar por Facebook, que es Unidos Tax and Immigration Services.
Great. Thank you so much, Mayra.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. We'll be back.